Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Roselore Serafina. This is episode 244. We are currently in Limsa, Lominsa, where we've just completed the this year's the Rising Festival, an event, and I guess we're going to go out to our newly revamped thingammy. What's it? Oh, I can't summon my bird. That's right. Newly revamped thingammy. What's it? I promise I will eventually learn it. I'm not going to promise it's going to happen soon. Let's go into H for hunting log. We are going, okay, floating eye, central shroud, bloodshot, Sagoli Desert, central shroud, 2, I know where that is too, Adelanacea, Kurthis Central Highlands, South Shroud, North Shroud, we're all over the place. Kurthis Central Highlands, Eastern Dunland. Right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight from the top. We're going to go to Central Shroud and we're going to just find all the Central Shroud stuff, and then we'll go down to Eastern Lanacea, find all of those, and you know how it works. So, Central Shroud, Sorrel Haven, we want to go to that place that starts with B, Bent Branch Meadows. Let's go for a little bit of a teleport. Boom, and then we're going to go for a little bit of a fly. So we need to get to level 45 for our next Dragoon quest. I'm gonna play a little bit with fire. Why don't we see if there's anyone who wants to play with us in Duty Finder? So there we are. We have leveling. Beep. We'll join that. We'll see if there's anyone who wants to come play. Less than 5 minutes. It looks pretty promising. Okay, we know where the eyes are. The floating eye things. They are up at the mansion, because those are the things that I muddled up with these other things here. So this is where you find your death gazers. But over here, somewhere, pretty please. Oops, I'm lost again. Okay, over here is Hawk Manor. And this is where you find what I hope are our next targets. Yes, our floating eyes. Alright, make sure the budgie is with me. He is not. Fluffy, get your fuzzy little tail over here. And we'll start. We'll start with a 4, a 1, don't stand there, and a 2. Oh, I should have started with a 5. Oops, my bad. 5 does more damage. Alright, not that it made much difference. How many of these? We need to kill 4 of them. Let's go find the next one. Oh, look. That's got its attention. And we'll have a little bit of this. 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 And some of that. Okay, never mind. The budgie got him. That's 2 of 4. Get its attention. Look, paladins do it. We can do it too. Don't stand in front of it. Stand behind it. Your attacks are much more effective as a lancer from behind the thing. Wow. We don't need to get this one's attention. We'll just walk up to it and stab it. But sorry, when I said we don't need to get its attention, I just meant we don't need to throw anything at it. This one, 2, and 3, and 1. Boom! Gone. Alright. Now the next thing we needed were those little fluffy bunny things that carry rocks. Oh, on second thoughts, let me just get off the bird. Let's go for some duty roulette. We did earn 22,000 Lancer experience points out of that one. Alright, whoa, where are we today? Right. I don't know where we are. Let me just make sure my hands are on the keyboard in the right spot, otherwise we're going to be embarrassed. Maybe pick up the pace a little bit, maybe get in and do some stuff. Alright, if you're going to run away from me, you're going to get speared. Healer, grab my tank. And I will try and take some of the pressure off. You're right, I should be moving a bit quicker. Let's go to the next one. Okay, follow that tank. Keep pressure off the healer. And the tank. Where'd that tank go? Okay, the tank has gone to get the key. So if we just all toddle over here. Yeah, alright, I get it, I get it. I'm not going through it till the tank gets back. Where's the healer? No, where's the healer? Where's... There we are, okay. So that was the tank we were waiting for. It's 3 with that one. Slap it. Give it a 5. Give it a 9. 10. Give it an equals. Give it a 1. Give it a 2. There's something else in here I should be hitting. There's that. I know, I missed it. Because the big fella was in the way. Okay. Where's my healing potions? Yep, I do have them. I would have been very shamefaced if I'd forgotten them again. I'm going to go for it. Although it doesn't give me the build up to the but it's 3 if I do. Alright, we've got him. Easy peasy. A level 2, that's pretty good. Is there anything in the run stop that I want? Nothing I want to worry about right now. Again. And again. And again. And this one. And do a 9 and a 0 and a 3. Alright. Let's have a look in the loot chest. It's more than what we've got. Let's put a need on that one. And I won't put a need on that one. Radio. Where are we going? Alright, that way. This way. Come this way. That's it. I know, I think she was rounding me up. With good reason. Four on that thing, and a 2, and a 5. And usually, the other tanks I've run with have called that we do this monster first, even when Brayflox is being chased around the ring. So, let's go quick, so we can help him. Help that little gobber. Run, Brayflox! We'll be there in a minute! Okay, the tank's drawn them in. No, don't poke that thing. Ah, don't attack Brayflox. Hopefully we don't get Brayflox killed in this one. Again. Rightio, we got it. Yep, nothing there for me. A little bit of speed on though, otherwise my poor tank will be in trouble. Oh no, I've lost my speed. and a 2. Rude. And a 3. Out of there. And an 8. Again. Do something for hit points. 2 and 9 and 3. 5 and 1 and 2 and a 3. 3 and 1 and 2 and 8 and 2. So even if I'm out, I can be doing damage. Oh my god. That thing's a little bit bigger, isn't it? And now it's invalid again. Don't we need the key? Oh no, we do have a key, okay. So while we run, let's have a look at the new loot. Might actually stop. Nothing there. Yeah, no, nothing there. Mostly tank stuff, so that's good. Got it. Okay, we got it. Wait. Okay, no one's watching still. Okay. Okay, slap it. Control 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 1, and 5. Deals more damage. 2. And don't stand there. 3. 1. 2. Oh, sure. 3. And then 8. I know. Yep. Alright, flat accommodations. I think our healer for keeping us alive, and good game. Thank you guys to party. Alright. Good duty. Whew. Now, did we pick up anything that we want to equip ourselves with? Oh my gosh, yes. Not all of that came from that fight, but now we've got level 34 in our gear, which is not great for level 46, but not terrible. Okay, what are we doing? We're putting ourselves in, what are we, level 46? We're not putting ourselves in for another duty. We are returning for our next quest. I know, that's really good, because we were looking at, what, level 43 when we started. I think we upped ourselves 3 levels going through that one. And each time you run it, it gets a lot more easier. So, I mean, I ran the first few times as a healer. Having run things as a healer and as a tank and as a and now as DPS, I would say if you want to learn the dungeons, go through as DPS, and then once you've learnt them a little bit, maybe go through as a healer or a tank, whichever is your preferred thing. But I think healing is one of the harder classes to dungeon in, and that was my main class for most of my characters when I started. So don't do what I did. Start off as a healer, and then try and learn your high level dungeons as a healer. 9 times out of 10, you'll spend 80% of your time dead, with your team cursing you, because you didn't know the mechanics. So yeah, DPS is a nice way to get the mechanics down. Impeccable timing, Roselore. A message arrived from Heustienne but moments ago. Much to my astonishment, he would trade words with us and bids us meet him at Boulder Downs. As to his true intentions, I cannot say. It may well be a trap, but we must go nonetheless. I trust I can count upon your company. You certainly can. Let us head to the rendezvous point. I love having a flying mount right now. Alright, we're heading towards that one. Alright. It is really nice to be able to fly these distances instead of having to run them. The downside is, of course, we're not earning as much XP from having to fight things, but that's okay. So what we're doing at the moment is we are building up each class so that it reaches the end of its up. My bad. Right, that was tricky. Man, you'd be annoyed if you'd run all the way down into that, wouldn't you? We're building each class up so that we're going right through to the end of A Realm Reborn, a Realm Reborn quest for each class. So that when we start Heavensward, we've got a fresh slate, but also so that we've got their gear level close together so we can interchange gear and have a much emptier armory. I don't like standing on this narrow ledge, boss. I mean, you know, it could just crack. Oh boy. Greetings, Master. It has been too long. Heustienne, end this folly at once. You must know that each second the eye passes outside Ishgard's walls brings us closer to a repeat of the tragedy of 20 summers past. Surrender yourself and the eye, and return with me to Ishgard before it is too late. Ah, but it is already too late, Master, for you see, Nidhogg has already awakened. What? Hear me, Master. You have mistaken the cause of the dragon's return. The eye is not to blame. A premonition came to me by virtue of the dragon within, warning me that the great worm would soon rouse. Even as he slumbered, Nidhogg seethed with irrepressible rancour for that wound of 20 years ago. That rancour will send him flying as a speeding arrow to Ishgard, whereupon death and devastation will ensue. But there is a possible solution. Were the eye taken to a remote land far from the Holy See, then and only then could destruction be averted and the lives of innocent Ishgardians be spared. You mean to make a bait of yourself? Nay, there is more to this than you let on. You seek vengeance for Ferndale. To me, the two are one and the same. You know my past better than any else. It was for no other reason than to avenge my family that I became a dragoon. Dragons long outlive men and do not soon forget the wrongs done them. What grudge they harbour burns as a fire in their hearts, over time swelling into an unquenchable inferno. You need only look back on history to see that Nidhogg grows stronger with each awakening. When last he darkened our skies, the great worm came within a hair's breadth of laying waste to Ishgard. Naught short of death will prevent him from completing his mission when next he wakes. Nidhogg took everything from me. Now I shall take everything from him, even if it means my life. The eye works in ways men can ill comprehend, but this much is plain. In choosing 2 Azure Dragoons in one generation, it means for us to join together in common cause. Adventurer, you have heard my resolution. Now I ask that you lend me your power. I, the power of the dragon. In the long and proud history of Ishgard, never before have 2 Azure Dragoons arisen in the same era to fight as one. This is our best, nay, our only chance to send the great worm to eternal slumber. Behold my armor. This is the Drachen mail, forged in the lifeblood of dragons. As blood calls to blood, so too does the armor call to the dragon within, redoubling the wearer's strength thereby. If you would realize your potential as an Azure Dragoon, you must needs clad yourself in the same. Clad so, you will inherit the technique passed from Azure Dragoon to Azure Dragoon down through the generations. Then, and only then, will your training be complete. But first you must win the Drachen mail as I and Sir Albric did before you, by proving yourself worthy in the ultimate trial of the Azure, a series of battles so harrowing as to send the unworthy to an early demise. Master, once the adventurer acquires the armor, pray see to it that she learns to harness the power of the dragon in full. Estidian, wait! Save your worries. I do not mean to make myself easy prey for dragons. I take my leave of you. I do like Estidian. He's pretty good. Well, speak with Albric. I'm thinking he's got a lot on his mind right now. Let's go find him. Your apprentice, to discover he's not a thief but acting on a premonition. I mean, technically he's still a thief because he took it without permission, but he took it as part of his Azure Dragoon duty, so where does that leave him, really? A dutiful thief? Perhaps. I don't know. Man in a quandary, that's for sure, because he would have known the implications of what he was doing. Still had the courage to do what he thought was right. That's pretty tough. Albric. Estidian. Forgive me, I was deep in thought. Now then, as to acquiring the armour of which Estidian spoke. At first it was my intention to bequeath mine own armour to you. I am an Azure Dragoon no longer, and its powers are wasted on me. It would be simple enough to hand it over to you and complete your training right here and now. But it is as Estidian said. The Draken armour is no ordinary set of mail. Its strength derives from the dragon blood whence it came, the blood's power resonating with the soul of the wearer. Though I can no longer draw upon mine own armour's power, its bond to me was forged years ago. Were I to bestow it on you now, I fear it would offer but a scintilla of the protection it afforded me in those bygone days. I, Estidian, has the right of it. You must claim your armour as he and I did before you. You must complete the trials of the Azure, that the powers of the dragon blood be yours, and yours alone. The ogre's belly will be where your final test begins. I shall dispatch Ser Brucemont there. Seek him out upon your arrival. Well, it's a quick training and graduation. Let's go find it. I'm following this one, which is Double Dragoon. Well, I didn't think we were that close, but you're right. It's a level 45 quest, and the next quest is our level 50, so we're almost done with Dragoon. Oh man, that is a little bit exciting. What am I going to do next? Well, actually, we'll have a look and we'll see which which sets of gear overlap. So for instance, Ninja overlaps with Viper. So I'm not sure if Dragoon overlaps with anything, but we'll try and find out. Okay, let me just have a quick look and see what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got to go into a cave. That's what I thought. The ogre's belly. It's kind of like we're running into someone's large and small intestine. That's a bit of a worry. I don't suppose you're going to let me pass. No, you're not. Let me just get off my bird. Go on, Fluffy. It might have let us pass. But that's okay. It's not going to let us pass now. Out. And 8. And 2. Practice is good. 478 Lancer points. Brucemont. You've grown strong since we last met, adventurer, but you pale in comparison with your azure forebears. If you would prove me wrong, let your lance do the talking. Sure. Slap that, hit it with that, hit it with a 7 and a 9, and don't hurt me with that thing, you evil beast. And a 1, and 5, and a 2, and 3, and 3. Not sure what I hit with that time. And 1, and 2, and 3. Man, Fluffy, do you have to tank and die? That'd be annoying. Brucemont. I know, sometimes it takes a little bit for the thing to appear over his head. Once again, adventurer, you prove yourself worthy beyond my expectations. Take this, but know that your trial has only just begun. Your next challenge lies in the chamber beyond. Ser Heustienne waits you there. Alright, let's go. We might murder a few things on the way, what do you reckon? That's a Taurus. Let's smash that thing, take this, take this. He wasn't going to let us pass. That was foolish of him. Now he'll have to, because we're going to step over his bleeding corpse. Alrighty. I'm sorry, is that bloodthirsty? That's a bit bloodthirsty. My apologies. And 2. And 3. And 1. 1. And 2. Oh, maybe another 2. Alright, let's take on this thing. 2. And then we might join in the, it's Gargamel. La 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 la. I'm sorry. Okay. We are going to level sync and see if we can manage to not die to Gargamel. Oh no, what? And a 9, and a 10, and a 5, and a 1. Practice is perfect, right? Besides, we need some fates under our belt for our challenge log, so it started again. Take some of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Fluffy is tanking for us and taking the brunt. I don't know if I like that idea. Oops, I used my interrupt a little early. There goes my bird. Man, we better make the most of this, because once that thing turns on us, we are... Bird, move your behind out from in front of him. This job has no healing. I know, there goes my interrupt, late as usual. Oh, there goes my bird. Whoop, don't run into that. Oh man, you goose. And 7, and 3, and a 1, and a 2, and a 9, and a 3, and a slap that thing, and a 5, and a 1, and a 2, 2, thank you, and a 3, and a 1, and a 1, and a 2, don't stand there and take it, 3. Hey, you're welcome to the party. You're not too late. And a 2. There we go. Ah, so much better when we're both there. I know I could have taken it, but it's nice to see another player around. Let's murder this Will of the Wisp. I think too, maybe they were looking for that particular fate, so I'm kind of glad I didn't kill it before they could get to it. Maybe it's a hard one to get, I don't know. I should summon my bird back too. We should definitely do that. Come on, birdie. Feel better now? Had a good break? Let's go murder some stuff to get your courage back. Here we go. I know, what are we doing? And again. Oh, well, what was that? Did we killed it. And it exploded. You, a foreigner, would don the Draken armor, then prove to us that you will not do it dishonor. Well, I wouldn't do it any more dishonor than you would, mate. Where's the evil thing? Ah, one giant. You guys keep giant captives. Man, that was a curve throw. Oh, no you don't. Slap it. Hit it with 5. Hit it with bringing back some hit points. Hit it with some of this. Pretty sure that's not the official name of these things that we're using. It would help if I was hitting the right key. Hit it with the don't hit me please. Hit it with some of that. It's hurting my bird. Floppy, do you have to? You don't have to tank for me. I can tank for you. Never mind. We've got him. Well done, Fluffy. I appreciate your help. Alright. Mr. You're not worthy and don't do the armor dishonor. Let's go. Heustienne. Ser Heustienne said the Eye had chosen you, and it would appear he speaks true. The armor is yours. Wear it with pride and honor. Sure. Your trial is nigh complete, but be forewarned. Many before you have made it this far, only to fall at the final challenge. Do not let overconfidence be your downfall. Excuse me, I'll fix my chair. Okay. Overconfidence. Mate, having... Ooh, well, why don't we overconfidence our way into some new gloves and pants. Look at that. Alrighty, let's overconfidence our way down here. I know technically we haven't earned it yet, but you know what? I don't care. And we'll get a couple of these ones. Will of the Waiki. It's an old term. Alright, we've cleared the way. Brucemont again. Didn't you already have your turn? This is double dipping, mate. Here we go. So, you've made it this far? Very well. Prove yourself worthy of the Azure or die in the effort. Yes. Okay, bleed it, slap it, a little bit more power on the lance. Hit that with a 7, hit it with another 1, and a 2, and a 0, and a 3. I thought you said the armor would call for me, because this just looks like you guys playing silly fellas. Brucemont, we did it. You've demonstrated your powers to me beyond a doubt. There's not an Ishgardian who would gainsay your right to don the armor of dragons. I shall send word ahead to Ser Heustienne that you've passed your trials here. It is he who will present you with the 4th piece of armor and consummate your training. Go now, my fellow Dragoon, and deliver this land from the great worm's wrath. Ooh, do I get new presents? Yes, Draken Greaves. Okay, nice. Well, Ros, we need to get that tunic. Okay. grab the bed. No mucking around. These things attack, we're going to attack them back. Oh, not, as the case may be. Am I going the wrong way? I didn't think so. With that one cowardly act, the Dragoon unleashed a Taurus upon the nearby settlement, devastating millions of lives. Oh no, that's wrong. That didn't happen. Rightio. It just went back to its cave because it didn't like the open sky and no prey. I am very pleased by wearing this. I think we need more space in our armor coffer if they're going to add any more classes. Jobs. Albric. I hear from Sir Brucemont that you perform most impressively. Yes, I stand more convinced than ever that you will be the one to save our land. Yet be warned, Roselore, one last trial awaits you. Well, of course. You will face this trial in the presence not of knights, but of ghosts. Make your way toward the steel vigil and seek out a gravestone north and west of the structure. Take with you this flute, and when you reach your destination, blow a single strong note. A visitor shall soon arrive. Entertain your guest, and should he leave behind a present, return it here to me. Well, that's just weird, but okay. We are going to fly. I know I could probably use the etherite, but that's okay. Entertain my guest. I'll entertain him with my lance if he proves unruly. Why? What sort of entertainment did you guys think? Rude. Let's go. So, oh no, I remember some things. It's okay. The story is wonderful at this point. So we're going to go all the way out onto Providence Point, which is up here, right onto this end bit here. And there are these cans. And one of the things I finally learned, I don't know how many hours it took me to learn this, is your destinations, when they're purple, mean you're in for a fight. Alrighty. Oh well, I am definitely entertaining that thing with my lance. Slapping it, bleeding it, hitting it again, putting more power into my hits, doing all the good stuff. Whack it with that 2, and a 3, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Alrighty. Play the flute and complete the trial. How do I don't need to? What am I doing? Oh no, that was what I completed. Alright, I guess we're going for another fly. Whoa, no we're not. That is a hunt target. We're going to deal with that while we're here. That way we don't have to fly all the way back up here. What do you think this is? That's right, there are like 6 hunting log targets in this area. Yes, it is silly enough to ground zero itself. Ah, I like it. I should have used my jump attack. I very rarely do. And it's probably something that's really useful. And Fluffy pecks it. I know, right? Is that a thing? No, let's not play with that thing. Okay, there's another Downy Aevis, but it's past this dragon thing, so I'm going to grab my bird. And we're just going to ignore the thing, and we're going to grab this thing over here. I need to kill 4 of them, so... Oh, Fluffy, the fun's not over yet. Yeah, Fluffy, you get it. Let's go get one more. Hey, Share. Hunting log entry 348 because we haven't finished the complete entry. If we go H, alright, we've got our floating eye done. Sundrake, smoke bomb, Spriggan, ringtail, basalt golem. Ornery, Karakul. We know where those things are too. They're on the way. Let's just on the other side. Actually, there's a few up here as well. That's right. We'll get these ones. I'm pretty sure we've chased red horned ogres, so we don't need to do double dip them. Fly over the wall. No one is going to mistake Fluffy's chicken-like silhouette for a dragon. At least I hope not. These guys better have had enough sleep. Alrighty, get off the bird. Ornery, Karakuls. This is where you guys will find your wool if you're looking for it. Don't underestimate them, okay? These sheep are not friendly. One. What do you mean invalid target? Will you just validate that target? Thank you. Two. And I need to get 4 of them? Yeah. 3. And 4. Okay, what's next? So we're kind of leveling as well because we are going to have to go and do some more leveling after this, I think. So Ornery, Karakul, Snow Wolf Pup, and Lesser Kalong. So Snow Wolf Pup, we know where that thing is. Baitler, we know what that is too. They're both on opposite sides though. So let's continue down to where our mission is. Because the Snow Wolf Pups are just kind of around that corner. So we'll go get them in a minute. Boom. Alright, Albrecht. Hi. Before we... Oh, I can't do it now. Your presence before me indicates you've seen to the visitor. Have you aught to show for your deeds? I have a draconian flute and a horde skull. Here you go. Ah, the skull of grey wine, old warrior of the Dravanian horde. It's said that in ages past he could bring down a castle with a single breath. His strength has dwindled since those days, but a dragon past his prime is a formidable foe nonetheless. In slaying him, you have proven yourself worthy of this. You now possess 4 pieces of the armour that Heustienne, myself, and our forebears did wear. While you doubtless wonder about the 5th, I can tell you only that it is not mine to give. Fear not, however. Your triumphs in the trials and against the dragon of the horde give evidence that the dragon blood now resonates with yours. Yes, you stand before me as prepared for your ultimate challenge as any could be. And yet, before we proceed, I would hear it from your own lips. The great worm's power is the stuff of legends. Have you truly resolved to fight this battle, to risk your own life to deliver a foreign land from the clutches of its ancient foe? When you're certain that your mind is settled, return and speak to me. Alright, my mind is settled, but I don't think that's going to stay blue. Or is it? Maybe I... Oh! Maybe I was doing my level 40 quest. Alright, Fatal Seduction. Sir Albrecht would ask you to reaffirm your commitment to do battle with the Great Worm. So you would join your strength to Heustienne, that Ishgard might be free from the rage of the Great Worm for evermore? Then I shall honour my promise. You shall have full use of your powers by the time we are done. Before we begin, there is something I must needs confess. You will recall the tale of my battle with Nidhogg 20 years past, and how the power of the dragon left me on account of the injuries I sustained. What I said was an untruth. The power did not abandon me, Roselore. It was I who abandoned it. Being derived from our mortal enemies, the power of the Azure Dragoon is a double-edged sword. Even as it lends us the strength we need to smite dragons, it heightens our communion with the creatures, rendering our minds more susceptible to their seduction than ordinary men. Even as I buried my lance in Nidhogg's flesh, our gazes locked, and mine eyes met then with a look that would fair impale a man. In that instant I found myself assailed by a torrent of emotions not mine own. Sorrow, rancour, pity. They threatened to drown the man in me and leave behind a dragon. Fearing that I might turn traitor, I chose to purge myself of the power that the eye had bestowed on me. Thus regaining lucidity, I was able to rout the grievously wounded Nidhogg. Alas, countless of his brethren yet remained. As if to mock me, they fell upon Ferndale with a vengeance. Bereft of my power, it was all I could do to save but one child. Nary a soul knows of this, nay, not even Heustienne, but I can keep him in the dark no longer. At our last meeting, Heustienne said protecting Ishgard and exacting revenge upon Nidhogg are as one to him. That frame of mind, I fear, may well lead to his demise. The desire to protect and the desire to avenge are opposing forces that can ill be reconciled. Worse, the latter serves only to cloud his sense of self. When next Heustienne and I meet, I intend to confess all, though it mean the loss of his good opinion. The outcome of the coming battle and his very life may well depend upon his readiness to relinquish his powers. Never allow yourself to forget the origin of your strength. Ever does the dragon lurk behind your eyes, biding its time, ready to claim you for its own. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will find yourself in its vice-like clutches. So, forewarned, let us return to our present endeavour. My promise to Heustienne was that I would impart unto you the technique that will mark you as a true Azure Dragoon. You would know the truth, however. This knowledge is not within my power to bestow. No, you must claim the technique much as you claim the fourth piece of the armour you bear, by proving yourself in battle with the dragons whose power you would unite with your own. I entrust you with this flute once more. Take it to the southwest of Providence Point and blow a single note. By locking wills with your adversary and prevailing, you will prove yourself worthy to champion the cause to which your lance is sworn. The dragon within you shall then awaken. Wow, guys, but on that note, I think we have very little time to do much else. I don't know. What are we going to do? Use the flute to summon a dragon and slay it. Well, why don't we try that? We need to go back. Well, we need to go up into Bellyful territory or close to. Yeah, you need the bird, Ros. Ros, can't fly without him. That's it, girl. Alright, let's go. We'll see if we can get this quest done. It's a bit exciting, really. I know, there are adventurers everywhere. It's so nice to see them. Okay, I think that was an up arrow too. Yes, it was. Look at that. Boom. Okay, not being able to fly doesn't mean you can't do it. You just have to do a lot more running. I sense a hostile presence. That'd be that look behind you feeling I have. And again. Aevis. That is a very large dragon. And a very dead one. Beautiful. Use the flute to summon a dragon and slay it. Let us go. Do not jump off this cliff without your bird. You will fall to a very messy demise. Because I think the game will actually let you jump off that cliff. There are so many it doesn't, but not that one. I could be wrong though. You can test it out for yourselves. Enjoy. Tell me what you come up with. All right. with conviction. Let's go and see what we've got down here. Albric. It's good to see you safely returned. I take from your bearing that the engagement went favourably. It sure did. Here you go. Have a draconian flute. You left this place as a woman, Roselore, but you return as a dragon. There is no more for me to teach you. From here your battle is yours, and yours alone. Now you might recall me saying that the fifth and final piece of the Draken armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. Man, this guy. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I yet have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within is such that a great many of your azure forebears, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. Within you has awakened a strength that forever eluded the likes of me. If you are not worthy of wearing the armor, then I know none who are. Remember my warning to you, Roselore, and heed it well. Nidhogg is a lord among his kind, aught else than complete conviction, and you will surely fall under his thrall. Before you can master your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance arm till it can bear no further honing, and then present yourself to me. When the time is come, I will tell you what you need to know. I look forward to our next meeting, my young dragoon. Well, let's complete that quest. What's this? Winged glide. Rush to a targeted enemy's location. Cannot be executed while... Well, I bet it can't be executed while bound. Quest complete. Hey, your inner dragon grows stronger. Boom. Level 47, but not enough to take on our next quest, which is indeed level 50. So I was a whole quest ahead of myself there for most of that episode. Never mind. Alright guys, on that note, I am going to have to bid you adieu. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I will check you later. Take care out there.